What's up? Yeah, full effect, live and direct. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this live streaming on all my social media channels. I know there's a way to do it. Tyler, the producer slash co-host of Sit Down Zumach, was telling me how I could hook up this and I would stream out to Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. I think the device costs some coin. So I'll be using some of that Patreon money to purchase that item as well as pay Tyler. What's up, Neon Gutters 2020? Meatloaf 666. Z-Man, what up, Cat? At ease. At ease. We just put a Mondays with Mazer up on my Patreon, patreon.com/sitdownzumach, and we're both wearing captain's hats. How about that? How about that? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Yeah, you do. Jump in the chat. Let's chat it out. Sorry, I'm typing something out. All right. I'm back in the beeswax. Meatloaf 666. Why were you at the doctor? I'm getting some blood work done. I'm having some medical issues as of late. I was in Fort Myers and Port Charlotte all last week. Thanks to everyone that came out to the show at the Port Charlotte Visani's Theater. It was a lot of fun. Headline Wednesday. Then we came up, picked up Florentine from the airport on Thursday. We went to the Florentine. Hey, what's up, Ken Mosca? Beach house. The Florentine family has a beach house in Fort Myers, and it's unbelievable. It's like a mansion right on the lake. It's gorgeous. And we check in there, and then we went down to Visani's to see Bobby. We hung out there, hung out with the owner. I mean, we probably sat in the back and talked till about 1 a.m. after the show. So we chopped it up, went back, had 4 great shows at the Fort Myers Laughing Comedy Cafe. We're going to be back there in January or February. I'm not sure, one of the two. But it was a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone that came out. I know a couple people from the podcast came, so that was cool. They drove from Fort Lauderdale, which is always exciting. Had some people on Wednesday. They drove an hour and a half. I forgot exactly what city, but they used to listen to me on the radio in Cleveland. So there was like 6 people that came out. It was like a family, mother, daughter, son. It's kind of cool. They sat front row. They paid for the tickets. So I thought it was cool. Ted, did you really think Dave Chappelle was in your chat the other day? Or were you doing a bit and saw the highlights on Twitter? I don't know what the highlights on Twitter are. Of course, I knew it wasn't Dave Chappelle, but I think people are stupid, so I play along. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. People are dumb. I troll people all the time. And I got to be honest with you. That's one of the reasons why I'm not doing MLC, because a lot of the trolls, they think they got one on you, and they don't. They don't. And it just gets old. It gets old. I don't read every tweet. I don't read every comment. I read the chat. I read my Patreon, and that's it. Delruss, saw some videos with you and Godfrey and Florentine. You all have good comedy chemistry. You all have good chemistry comedy-wise, bro. Yeah, we did a podcast. It's up on Patreon. Me, Jim, and Godfrey. It was a lot of fun. Just 3 dudes who respect each other. It's a lot of fun. Shades Cal. Oh, Neon Gutter says, hope you feel better. Thanks, buddy. They gave me the shot. Shades Cal, dude, go back to Kevin. It's ridiculous. Come on. Stop getting wrapped up in the BS, dude. Delruss, Mark Maron is trashing Rogan is pathetic and sad at this point. When did he trash Rogan? When did Maron trash Rogan? What episode? I actually texted Maron on Saturday because the guy came to my show, bought a shirt. He was wearing a Mark Maron WTF shirt. I took a photo and I texted it to Maron, and he wrote back, "Classic." I guess it's not that great of a story. Shades Cal, did Maron relapse since clear he was messed up and he made that video? He was messed up and made that video. Shades, you gotta bring me back in, bro. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue. Vinny Cash. Shout out Vinny Cash. Shout out Utah. Salt Lake City, baby. Ted, how you doing health-wise? I got some work done. We'll see. I haven't been feeling so hot. I got a COVID test, tested negative. I don't know if I have the antibodies or whatever, but I just don't feel well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Maybe I'll die. That'll make some people happy. Shades Cal, was Kevin holding you back? Seriously? Honestly asking. No, I've explained it on live feeds before. I've talked about it. It was not anything Kevin did. It was a combination of a lot of shit. It was a combination of it starting to get thankless. I started to not look forward to doing it. I didn't like some of the guests we were getting. I was getting real inconsistent. I didn't like wrapping my days around if we were going to do it or not. I didn't like knowing last minute when we were going to do it. I didn't like going out of my way, putting time and energy and trying to find guests. I didn't like some of the I remember there was a week where we had 2 guests on that I didn't really care for. And the podcast goes for like an hour and a half. And it's just like I'm tapped out after an hour if I don't like the guest. And then I get off and I log on to Twitter and I kind of check my app mentions. And it's just a bunch of negativity, people saying shit about me. And then I get a Facebook message later that night. Someone says I'm a piece of shit. Then a guy gets my email, says I'm not funny, whatever. It was just like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not getting compensated for this, and I'm putting work into it. I'm putting energy into it just to get called names. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need it. I just don't need it. So I had enough. And the football show was a good escape because we're just talking sports. And Kevin didn't want to do it one day. Earl got the time wrong, and it just got, I don't know, I was like, all right, I'm done. What are we doing? And I appreciate all the support from the people that do send me nice messages. I do appreciate that. But I did MLC for a year. I wasn't only doing 2 shows. I was doing the football show on Friday, including my show, and Mondays with Mazer. And it was just a lot of podcasting. I saw my podcast starting to suffer a little bit, where I'm trying to grow it. And I go, well, why am I helping Kevin try to get his bigger when I'm not doing it for myself? And I get paid through my podcast. So it just a business decision. You know, I don't hate them. Maybe one day I'll go on. We'll see. But I needed a break. I really did need a break. It was just too much. And by the way, the haters, you got what you wanted. I'm gone. All you guys saying I suck. I was terrible on the podcast. I ruined the podcast. Bring back Blindy. You got it. I gave it to you. You're welcome. That's what you were complaining about the whole time, and I gave it to you. I'm gone. So congrats. And now you're still bitching. Oh, well. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gone. I'm not on the show. All right, let's go to the chat room. Delris, Maron started attacking random people for criticizing woke, and he was being very angry. He attacked Rogan and anyone that criticizes woke culture. I guess he doesn't like me then. Where was this at? Is there a video? Is it on the podcast? Neon Gutters. I hate woke tards. And Rogan. Delris. I don't think Rogan is the best comic or anything, but his podcast is better for longer than Maron's ever was. Maron is more pretentious and hypocritical. I like Mark. I've opened for Mark. Mark's been on my radio show. I don't agree with his politics. I think Mark was a rebel at one point in this industry, and then he got his footing, and now he's in the industry. He's on Netflix. He's in movies. He gets roles, so he's playing the Hollywood game. So I don't agree with that. I don't know what's going on with him and Rogan. I'm not paying attention to it, to be honest with you. I haven't seen anything. By all means, tell me where it's at. I'd like to listen to it just to see what's going on, form an opinion. But to Maron's credit, he's always been liberal. He used to host a liberal radio show. Was it like Freedom America or whatever, or America, whatever. So he hasn't really changed the course. He kind of stayed the course. That's his thing. But I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. His politics. But doesn't make me not like him. Yeah, the difference between me and a lot of woke people is if I don't fall in line with your politics, it doesn't mean I don't like you. I just disagree. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and try to get you banned and try to get you canceled because we're not on the same page. That's just not what I'm going to do. I'm like, I don't agree. And I move on. Like an adult. Neon Gutter says, I only know that Mark guy because comedians are on his D. I don't know. I don't really listen to Mark's podcast anymore. It became more of a press junket show. Like he used to have these in-depth interviews with comedians and stuff, and just became this, like, I think I saw Matt Damon was on the other day because he's promoting a movie. So it's starting to turn into a long-form Tonight Show, and I'm good. No offense. Derek. Hi, Chad. Does MLC really make 30 grand a month? I don't know. I really don't know what Kevin makes from Patreon or anything else. I have no clue. I know I didn't. I know that for a fact. I know Tim Dillon makes $155,000 a month. I know that. So go sign up to my Patreon. Please. Thank you. Delris, that Aldi bit was funny. I think it's funnier than anything Rogan or Maron ever did. I think we can all agree I'm funnier than them put together. I appreciate the compliment, but I doubt it's funnier than anything they've ever done. I really, really doubt it. Darren Carter, the party starter, is in here. Hi, Chad. You always make me laugh. What's up, Darren? Let's do a podcast together soon and catch up. Follow Darren's YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, guys. He's in the chat. Neon Gutters 2020. This is going to be clipped again. I don't watch clips. The guy who runs Misery Loves Clips, I don't know who he is. He got some attitude with me one day. I'm like, all right, dude. So I blocked him. So I don't know. Clip it up. I don't give a shit. Who cares, you dorks? What they do is they clip it and they monetize it and they make money off of us. So they're taking our videos. I pay for the Zoom account and they take our material and they put it on their channel so they can make money. Derek Maron is obsessed with his Instagram Live. Oh, that's where it was? Instagram Live? I don't know. I don't follow him. California Love. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage. Oh, he's saying a prayer in here. Look at this guy. He loves the Lord. You believe in what you need to believe in, California Love. You West Coast hippie. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry if you're not. I'm just joking. Lard? Chad was always great on MLC. Thanks, man. I tried to be. I try to make it better. I try to help. I think I did a good job helping. Neon Gutters, the haters are Ski Mask fans. That dude doesn't have fans. He has like 4 people. He's a fan. He's not a thing. He's a fan. Don't get it twisted. He's not respected by the comics. Trust me. Go sign up to patreon.com/sitdownzumach. We do Mondays with Mazer, and we address that situation. That particular situation is on there. We talk about Gino and all that. So go sign up if you haven't signed up already. We just recorded it today. JK, Rogan just yells, not a funny bone in his body. I disagree. Listen, I when people say that stuff, I'm like, the dude's far more successful than any of us put together, and he did it through comedy. And he cut his teeth at the Comedy Store. It may not be your particular type of comedy, or you might not like him. And listen, I'm not a big fan of his comedy, but I respect him. I respect his work ethic. I remember watching him on stage in the main room one day, and he was doing a bit. And I look at, when I watch bits, I just kind of look at the form. I look at it like it's a formula, like where is he going? Like it's almost like math. And what he was doing was really impressive. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's clever. But that's what it is. Comedy subjective. There's plenty of people. Comedy gets judged so harshly. He's not funny. Meanwhile, he's a full-time comic. He's got to be funny. Shades Cal. Why is there such a huge difference between how comics are on stage and how they are on podcast? What do you mean? Explain further. JK, Shane Gillis, opinion. I like Shane. I think he's great. I hung out with him when he was down here in Tampa a couple weeks ago. We did Calta together, and I watched his sets. I did a guest set. He's funny. He's a funny comic. I think Saturday Night Live missed the boat. They could have had a nice, young, funny dude with a difference of opinion, and they blew it. But that's what big corporations do these days. They're running scared. The Peacock is running scared. Pepsi's running scared because of this cancel culture, this wokeness, and they're ruining entertainment. It's watered down. It's diluted. So that's why you got to go seek this stuff out yourself. Don't go with the flow. Figure out what you like. This is punk rock music, what we're doing. You got to go and find it on your own. You can't let the industry dictate your likes and dislikes anymore, because the stuff they're trying to make commercial and make popular stinks. So you got to go find these comics. You got to go find these bands. I just saw the lineup for Lollapalooza in Chicago over the weekend. Terrible. I think only one rock band, Foo Fighters, and I'm over them. I respect them, but I'm over Foo Fighters. We need another rock band out there making hits. They're starting to die. Guy in ZZ Top just died. Who's replacing these people? SoundCloud rappers? Kendrick Lamar? Get the fuck out of here. Rogan has a Sasquatch joke about black people looking for Sasquatch. That is funny to me. See, there you go. Delrus, Marin had on Biden's son. Total cakewalk to make this guy look good. Very hypocritical. Yeah, I heard that. I didn't listen to it. But listen, Marin's in the system. He was an outsider for a long time. He went through a couple divorces that bankrupted him. He's playing the game. He's in. You know, he's got Netflix specials. He's got a TV show. Well, he had one. He's in The Joker. So he's playing the Hollywood game. He wants to be accepted. He has Matt Damon on. He's got Brad Pitt on his podcast. He's doing it. You know, it is what it is. He's nice to me. I don't agree with his politics, but I know he's playing the game. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. But then again, I'm not in my 50s. I'm not up against it like he is. I don't know those pressures. You know, I feel bad for Marin. He lost his girlfriend, his living girlfriend. She died, and So I'm gonna say, if you're nice to me, you're cool to me. I'm cool to you back. I don't care what political side you are. I might not agree with it, but that's how I handle things. I pay respect to the people that came before me, and if you're cool and you play it the right way, you got like Shane Gillis. Got my respect. He's doing it the right way. Fong Johnson, MLC was horrible today. I bailed after 10 minutes. I didn't listen. I don't even know who has on. And it's not like I'm like, fuck Kevin. That's not the case at all. I'm still a fan, but I need to get away from him, guys. I just got to get away. Well, I gotta do my own thing. I gotta figure it out. It may not be great at first, but I gotta help. I just gotta put energy into what I'm doing instead of trying to help somebody else out and just get shit on by fans and everybody else. So and if there's no compensation coming from that, if I don't see my Patreon growing, then I'm like, all right. I know people are bailing on the football Patreon. I know people are leaving messages like inbox, fuck this, Kevin's gone. I'm like, all right, cool, bye. That means you don't support me. So if you don't support me, then it's just, all right, cool. It's cool. All right, what do we got? Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I'm not falling for that. You do that every time. Every time I do a live chat, you guys say rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, that he was killed. We do a little research. It's not happening. One day Hulk Hogan's gonna die and you're gonna feel like shit. Quit killing off the Hulkster. Hulkamania is gonna run wild on you if you keep it up. Ted, you didn't have that Ron and Fez connection between you and Kev. I thought you two were good together regardless. We all quit a job that wasn't making us happy. Life continues. Del Russ, I don't hate folks being woke, but when they come after others and support cancel culture, Marin isn't liberal, though. He's woke leftist, like overboard. You really got it in for Marin today, huh? That's another thing. If you don't listen or pay attention, it doesn't bother you. So I don't know anything Marin's doing. Like, if you don't like something, don't listen to it. It's that simple. Like Chrissy Mayer's podcast, I don't listen. I don't follow her because I'm not a fan. So she doesn't bother me anymore. It's hard to get away from her because she tries to jump on every single person's podcast. So every now and then I'm going to run into her, but I know where to avoid her. I don't subscribe to her YouTube channel. I don't follow her on. I don't watch Compound Media on Mondays because I know she's going to be there, and it's fine. There's a lot of people like that. I don't follow them, so they don't bother me. So people that don't like me, don't follow me. It's that simple. Don't subscribe to my Patreon. There's a guy who's a longtime supporter, this Donovan. I'm not going to give out his last name. He was cool, real cool at first. Very generous donator. He would donate, he subscribed, and then he started getting kind of shitty because he didn't like the podcast I did with Tony Mazer on Mondays. And he would he put these awful comments shitting on my friend, and then threaten his Patreon money, delete it. And then he says, I'm pulling out of the football. Kevin's not on. And I'm like, go. You're not holding me hostage. You're just not going to. Leave. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. But I'm not going to let you shit on my friend. And you don't have to listen. Feel free to go. If you're watching this right now, you can leave. It's that simple. Log out. Delete. Whatever. Derek, Chad, Brian Holtzman was hilarious. The latest Dead Air. Oh, that's his podcast, Dead Air. Didn't hold back on the Chinese joke stereotype to the guest. I didn't listen to Holtzman. I don't listen to any of the comedians' podcasts anymore. No offense. I'm over it. I don't care about the process of comedy. I've heard all the road stories. I'll tune into Mark Norman's every now and then. Trying to think. That's it. I listen to some sports podcasts. Clay Travis. Who else do I listen to? I don't even listen to Bennington anymore. And I was on Bennington a lot back in the day. I'm over it. I don't know. And Holtzman's great. It's funny. He takes chances. He's on stage. He takes big swings. Shout out Brian Holtzman. Oh, shout out Mike for the Venmo. Gracias. Neon Gutters. Woke are out of the same cloth, and people who used to burn witches based on children's accusations. I'm not sure where you're going with this one, but Darren Carter's still hanging. What's up, party starter? Del Russ. Yeah, Marin very sympathetic because he owns his own addictions. Ken O'Connor. Is Neil funnier than Kevin? Yes, sir. Shut up. Of course not. I can't read that clip to your lives. So that some F-tard clipped your lives and edited out of context. So you're talking ish. I don't say that. Don't say ish. I hate that. I cannot stand ish. Just say shit. Say shit. S-H-I-T. No ish. Neon, you're a great guy. You always jump in. I appreciate it. But I'm sorry to go full on Florentine, but I hate ish. My old radio show says shrimp. When they're like, oh, man, he started some shrimp last night. I'm like, ugh, gross. Stop it. Yeah, let the nerds edit. Let Misery Loves Clips edit. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. 400 people watched this clip. And I put all this time and energy into it. Clip, 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 clip. I'm starting trouble. I'm anonymous. I have a fake name. And I'm clipping this video up to make Chad look bad. I'm starting drama. Go ahead. Who gives a fuck? Chad, what do you think of women confronting Bobby Lee? I don't know, Derek. I don't know what's going on with Bobby Lee. I don't follow him on social media. Somebody said something like this the other day. I don't know. I think it's all manufactured drama. It's all nonsense. Saw a guy, my buddy Chris D'Elia, lose his career over nonsense and act. There's no trial. People just talk shit. People talk shit on me all the time. Half the stuff I read, I'm like, you're so far out of it. It's not even, you don't even realize you're so far from the truth. It's ridiculous. You can't control what people think. Let them think what they want. It doesn't matter. California Love. Just a girl who enjoys your comedy. Oh, you're a lady. I didn't know that, California girl. Thought I'd just send you some nice wishes. Thank you, California Love. I didn't know you were a lady. Appreciate you enjoying my comedy. Neon Gutters. By Ski Mask fans, I mean Ski Mask and his two friends. All right, thanks for clarifying. That sounds about right. Del Russ. Rogan was a bit funnier when he was an angry dude jock. He was more like Sam Kinison inspired comic. He mellowed out a lot. I think multi-million-dollar contracts will do that. I think he'll get a little calmer. I heard the same about Daniel Tosh. I haven't talked to Tosh in over 10 years, but I hear he's much nicer now that he's a multi-millionaire and doesn't really need to do anything anymore. So sign up to Patreon, just so I can become mellow. Sign up to Kevin's too, so he can become mellow. I like Fens though. I don't know. I know I know those dudes were going to try to fire him. Well, the ski mask dude, he's kind of a backstabber. He was smart though and got out. I respect that. Del Russ, I never found SNL to be that funny, except maybe 2 eras. Mad TV I found way funnier. I heard Living Color was also better too, bro. Cool. I think you just made a statement. I don't know. Maybe it was because of Shane Gillis. I don't know. I'm trying to get caught up in the chat, guys, so we can. Hold on. I'm way behind. Bad Bart, Foo Fighters suck. They don't suck, but I will say this: Dave Grohl's really pushing it on being a cool guy. He's really challenging the audience on how cool he is. I'm like, okay, dude, calm down. Not every idea has to be executed. He's doing the Bee Gees now. I'm like, calm down. We don't need to go Bee Gees now. Let's relax, regroup, and just rock out. You got a strong catalog. Play those. Take your time on the new stuff. No rush, Dave. Neon Gutters. Rogan created cancel culture along with Red Band by canceling Mencia when they used that edited video taken from within the comedy club. I mean, you could say that, or they were just trying to protect comedy and a guy stealing everyone's act. I say there was justice there. I think Carlos was bullying people. He was running over stage time. He was taking people's spots and stealing jokes blatantly, and so they stood up to him. That's how I look at it. Ted, what do you know what SNL is about? Now trending on Twitter, and they're not trying to be funny anymore. I don't know. I haven't been on Twitter. I check my app mentions twice a day, so I don't know. I'll look in the morning to see what's trending, and I'm out. Ted, do you consider Weezer rock? No, I don't. I don't like a lot of Weezer fans. I respect Weezer. I thought they had a couple good albums and a couple great songs, but a lot of their fans are like kind of dorks. I'd go see them. They got hits. I don't hate them. Ken Mosca, I left after 5, another stripper. That could mean a number of things, Ken. You need to clarify, I left at 5, another stripper. Now, you could have been at the Borgata. Could have had a hotel room. You got to clarify that one, pal. I love you, buddy, but I don't know where to go. Bad Bart. What do you think of the videos Kevin made about the situation? I don't think Kevin made any videos. I think fans did. Derek, why would he not pay you? I don't know. I know Brian P. McCarthy got paid. I got the Patreon money from the football show, but that was a separate show. And I was the one uploading it, and I opened up the Zoom, I opened up the Libsyn, and I don't know. It was his idea. It was never mine. Chad, start doing Mike V and Cannon's pod. Greg Stone's pod. I don't know who Greg Stone is, but I love V and Cannon. It sounds like they already have their pod. Derek, Marin said he never listened to a podcast. I don't believe that. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't know Mark Maron was going to be a topic today. I had no clue. Macaroni Marin. That was his name in college. Be careful. You might become the cheese in his macaroni. You guys are hung up on Mark Maron today. I don't. It's refreshing when you don't follow people or pay attention to what they're doing. No disrespect, but I'm not upset, and I would like to share in your anger, but I don't know what's going on. I'm getting bits and pieces. He was doing some lives and talking shit. Richard Lopez, I would leave, but I have no place to go. Well, stick around. Either do I. Jerry, the toxic stuff you and Kevin live and breathe is refreshing, like rebelling against BS and refusing to play along, as in the Patreon queef. No, I admire like Kevin. I believe I'm the same way. I don't get if I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't. If I see bullshit, I see bullshit. Sometimes it doesn't serve me well. I've been hated. It is what it is. There's people that hate me now. People hated that I left the show. People are glad I'm off the show. It does. You can't make everyone happy. You just can't. I just want to make myself happy. Martin Malloy. Is that Martin Malloy from Cleveland? Oh, Martin O'Malley. Spot on, Brennan. Do him the whole podcast. All manufactured drama. He admitted to having sex with a teenager, Chad. All right, buddy. It's funny. Ted says, do you feel like people just come in here from Reddit to ask you about these new dioramas we haven't heard about until your live streams? I don't know where anyone's coming from. I don't know if they're from Reddit. I don't know if they're my neighbors. I don't know what country you're in. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter. If that's what you get off on, have fun. I don't know what else to say. It's funny. I'm just like, all right, cool. I just don't understand why anybody gives a shit about what comedians do who haven't made it. There's a lot of very successful comedians out there. I can think of a couple off the top of my head. Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Whitney Cummings, Brendan Schwab, Theo Vaughn. Multi-millionaire comedians that are really killing it. And it baffles me when people and fans try to go after people like myself who never really made it. I never really made it. I've done some cool things. But if you look at the bank account, I'm nowhere near these people. But it's interesting how people really want to destroy someone when they haven't done it. And honestly, I don't play the game, so you should like me. I don't play the game at all. I moved to Florida because I burned every bridge in Hollywood. I pissed off everybody because I saw how everyone was and how woke they were and how scared they were. And I'm like, fuck that. I refuse to do this. I saw how everyone responded to me with the Patton Oswalt. I saw them kick me off Punch Drunk and get me banned. And comics turned their back on me when they were kissing my ass at the Comedy Store a month earlier. When I was getting spots from Adam Egget, when I wasn't even passed at the Comedy Store. I was going up in the OR. I was going up in the main room on produced shows, belly room. And I saw the bullshit. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't care. So it baffles me when people come after me. Because if anybody, I'm a man of the people. I would rather, like I said on the podcast with Tony today on my Patreon, I'd rather hang out with Lenny's Printer than Neil Brennan, period. That's what it is. And no disrespect to Lenny's Printer. Jerry says, when Whitney dumped on Chris D'Elia, I was cured of my illusion. Yeah, it's right in front of your face. I did a podcast with Whitney's sister last week. It's up on Patreon too. Go check it out. Check it out. 18 Senzo, would you say you're in the prime of your stand-up right now? I don't think I'm in the prime. I don't know what that means. I'm 18 years in. I know what I'm doing on stage. I'm decent. I'm good. I could be better if I really, really worked at it. I know I'm better than most comics, not all of them. I've had Big Time Comics compliment me. I'm road tested, but I don't know if I'm on the prime. I think I have good comedy in me. I just got to get motivated again. I got to get inspired to want to do it, and I'm not. I got to be honest with you. I would love for you to come to my shows, by all means, but I honestly do these shows because it's work and I get paid. I get these gigs because I've been doing it for so long. I put so much time and energy into it that it's a job. I got to do it. This is my job. I got to go on stage. I got to kill for 30 minutes to an hour, or whatever I'm doing, and that's my job. And I look at it that way. Whatever that feeling, I know, like Mark Norman always says, like he's got to get his fix. I don't get that anymore. I could not have a good set, and I can kill, and I'll still feel the same way when I get off stage. So I gotta rediscover that somehow. Maybe because I'm looking at it like it's a job instead of, wow, I get to do this. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I think too many people have an opinion, and it's just like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sorry. I'm unloading right now. I was at the doctor's all day, so I'm a little tense. Ian Ellis, LLC. Carlos makes more money than anyone that accused him of stealing except Rogan. It was a waste of time for the most part. Oh, Ken Mosca says MLC today. Yeah, I don't know. Who was the guest? I don't know. I got to re-sign up on Kevin's Patreon. For some reason, I'm not signed up. I didn't purposely unsign. I just, for some reason, I was unsubscribed, and I don't know why. So I don't know. I never got the email notification. Vider Price. Did you see Odell Beckham just bought a $1.8 million diamond teeth? We'll talk about that on MLF on Friday. I didn't see that, but I have to do my NFL research. That will come up. TD. The stand-up comedy boom could be coming to the end. It's stale and saturated with mediocre acts. It's happened to EDM. Jerry, Ant got suspended from Twitter and retried recently, got swatted down too. Opie has Lyme disease. Today's pod. I heard about Anthony getting suspended. I didn't hear about Opie getting Lyme disease. That's sad. I hope the Opester gets through it. He's got Lyme disease like Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates. So with Opie down for the count, looks like there's only one captain. Even though I went through my little medical thing today, but I'm still steering the ship. I got back on the boat, got back behind the wheel. Jeff Stallway, are you back on MLC yet? No, I'm not. California Love. I've been so busy with work lately, I haven't had a chance to listen to any podcasts. I'm so happy that I'm able to catch up live. We're doing it live. Bill Avoider, do you respect the Black National Anthem? I don't know what it is. I heard it's a thing. I don't know when it came out. I don't understand why we can't just all come together as one and respect the American flag that for some reason has turned racist for some reason. I don't know why. Just become one instead of black, white, Asian. Like, I don't know. But, I guess I'm racist for wanting unity. A white guy wanting unity. I don't know much about the Black National Anthem. I know there's not a white national anthem. There probably is. It's probably like a Hank Williams song or something. A Leonard Skinner song. I don't know. Derek, will the machine tank or box office? Chad? I don't know. Can't answer that. I think he just got done filming it, so it won't be out for a long time. 18 Senzo. Are you finding it difficult to transition out of being a co-host? You seem to be listening to Tony a lot. No, I did, dude. I've been doing this since I was 18. No, I've been doing radio for a while, so I know how to. I know how to co-host. I've worked with people with giant personalities and egos, so I know how to pick my spots. I also know how to lead. I've done my own show. I know I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I'm a type of guy, like, if I see somebody needs to bring the ball up the court, I can handle the ball, so I'll facilitate. If we're down and no one's making shots, I can shoot. I'll set the picks, whatever the case may be, whatever I need to do to make the show good. I don't need to be the star. I could sit back and let someone else shine. I can ask the questions and listen. I don't necessarily have to be running my mouth the whole time telling stories and just rambling on and on and on, Bert. But that's where I stand with that. So I don't find it difficult doing any of it. Jeff Stallway, what do you think of the 3 cryptic Red Bar videos? Jeff Stallway, I have not seen one of Red Bar's videos. I just saw one statement that he was sick and he can't really explain what he has. And I got to be honest with you, I never listened to Red Bar. I just saw the clips that this label picked up and the stuff online, the clips. I wasn't aware of Mike David until that started happening. I don't hate him. People seem to like him. He says some funny things from time to time. So I don't know. Greg says, you never should have left Brennan, dude. Okay. Thanks, Greg. Jeff Stallway, I like that you have to ride a bicycle because you got so many DUIs. Never got one. I got charged with one, but I reduced it to a reckless opt. I ride a bike because I like exercise. Yeah, I like riding bikes. When I was a kid, I was a BMX rider. I was a professional BMX rider. My favorite movie was Rad. Crew Jones. I love riding bikes. It's therapeutic. It's exercise. I hate running on a treadmill. I hate stationary bikes. I like fresh air. It's fun. It's exciting. And when you live in Tampa, Florida, where it's beautiful and gorgeous, you can ride by the bay, it's a lot of fun to do. It has nothing to do with DUIs or driving a car. I enjoy it. And plus, where you see where I live next to everything. I can walk everywhere, but I choose to ride a bike. I live a half mile from Trader Joe's, a half mile from Fresh Market. I live a mile now from Whole Foods. I have a movie theater that's a mile away. There's a vitamin shop that's half a mile away. Every bar you can imagine's around. There's an Outback Steakhouse across the street. So I like to ride a bike. Jeff Stallway? God, you're killing it in the chat. Good one. You nailed it, dude. Look at you. You got to me. Burn. Burn. My night's ruined. Derek says, is Whitney just shagging the vet to be close with sick animals? I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. According to Ashley in the podcast I did, she doesn't even really like animals. Meatloaf 666 says Jeff has to pay for pussy. Possibly. Del Russ, I always hate in Patton Oswalt, crappy nerd comic. Oh, Jeff Stallway's just coming in at me. Your bank account. No one even knows who you are. Only reason anyone is here is because you were on Kev's show. Don't be so delusional, bro. Ugh. Bro. Bill of Whiter says, are you glad Kathy Griffin's got the big C? What's that? What am I missing? What's the big C, Bill? Del Russ, have you talked to a lot of comics that you hold back because they are worried about being canceled? Yes, that is a thing, Del Russ. There's comedians that I know that are scared to death who finally got some momentum in this business. They're making good money. They're scared to death to get it taken away. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to fuck them over, and I like them. But it's a thing. It's a thing. People are coming at you, man. They want to bring you down. It's all about moving the chains forward. It's all about moving the chains forward. People are fighting for power and to fuck over people. Plus, people like watching people go down for some reason. They get off on it. Dick says Gino also was suspended. Well, Gino had me blocked on Twitter for some reason or another. He's crazy. I like him, but he's fucking nuts. JRC, Opie should have scanned his body for ticks. They don't bite immediately. He deserves his misfortune. First of all, I don't know. Somebody says Opie has Lyme disease. One thing I could say about Opie, I really want to put a lot of weight into what he says. He says a lot of shit, a lot of it. So we'll see. Who knows if this is not one of his many tall tales. If he does have Lyme disease, that sucks. But I want to be like running with that. Throw this J.O. overboard. Nah, fuck him. I don't care. He can be in here. Ken Mosca says, we should do MLF when I'm in Tampa next week. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get together. I'm going to be at, that's the last stand-up day I'm going to have for a while, guys. I'm restructuring the podcast. I'm doing a lot of things. So August 11th through the 14th, I'm at Port Charlotte Visani Theater with Rich Voss. And then I think my next gig, if I'm not mistaken, is at the end of September. I don't know, unless something pops up. Ted, isn't that a form of segregation, Black National Anthem? Did you get your ticket to GNR yet? My buddies are going. I'm not going to see Guns N' Roses because, listen, I'm glad there was a rock band out there touring, thank God. But I've seen GNR 3 times since they reunited with Slash and Duff, and they have not changed the set list. It's the same set list. It's the same tour, and I've seen it. It's a 3-hour show. If you haven't seen it, go. It's fun. It's nostalgic, but I've seen them enough. I'm like, change the set list. If they would have did something different, like did Appetite for Destruction from beginning to end, I would have seen it. Or if they had a new album and some new songs. But they have the same set list, the same covers. I'm like, I'm good. You know, it's great. Go see some live music. We've been cramped up long enough. Get out there. Have fun. But I can't throw down that cash to see them for the 3rd time. Senzo. I'm listening to MLC. I'm listening to MLC a while now. The more I listen to these comedy podcasts, the more I realize they are all about just talking about making and planning of the podcast. I think you're listening to Joe Matarese's podcast. Are you still in credit trouble? Quit it, I hope. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Everyone, there's so much misinformation out there. It's ridiculous. I don't care. People are going to talk. It's going to be fine. It's going to get resolved. It'll be fine. California Love. Chad, you and Maze are great together. You guys have great chemistry, and I feel like he's a genuine friend with you. No Holly weirdo stuff. He is. I like Tony. I think he's great. We get along really well. And listen, I know that Donovan gave me shit about doing a podcast with him, but people seem to like it. It's fun. We had these hour phone conversations. We were like, let's just do it for extra content. So it's Patreon only. Go listen to it. And people like it. It's just something different. We don't hold back. We talk. It's not your typical comedy podcast. We talk shit and we let it all out there because we're both two guys who don't give a shit. We're not afraid. And the people that do like it, we love. Great. If you don't, again, don't have to listen. But thank you, California Love. What's your best comeback you've been given to a heckler, or your strategy of dealing with them? I don't have one. It's in the moment. It's just what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. It's spontaneous, and it feels good if it goes over well. Vinny Cash, Gino is a good guy. He always says good things about you when people bring you up. No, I used to live with Gino for a couple months in New York, and we had a lot of fun together. He's a good dude. I like Gino. He's fine. Jerry, it was under his arm, Opie. He wouldn't even appear on his face cam because he said red swollen face awful. Okay, maybe he does. I don't know. I don't watch Opie shit either. I don't hate Opie. I think he's kind of a tool, but I don't hate him. He's done very well in this business, and he has a huge ego. Huge ego. He should just be more humble. But then again, he's another guy who made it. I don't mind people going after Opie because he made it. He's a multimillionaire. Michael Snyder, just stick with Kev. This is dumb. It works. Kiss and make up. Have a sit down and stop it. I don't hate Kevin. I'm mad at him. But I just need to do my own thing. You know? I got assholes in this, what's his name, saying all this shit. Like, I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. You know? I did a lot for that podcast. A lot of stuff. A lot of behind the scenes. I facilitated a lot of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need it. Bottom line, I got to get compensated, man. I got to get compensated. It is what it is. You know? The football podcast is cool, but it's its own thing, and it's just not paying the bills. I'm getting compensated from my podcast. Money I make on Patreon on my podcast, I got to work. Then I'm like, okay, well, I got to work on that. I can't keep just trying to help make Kevin's better, if that makes sense. I can't help get him great guests. I can't help, be there every week or 2 times a week. For an hour and a half. Like, I got to do my own shit. It might not be great at first, but I just got to keep working at it. It is, I love his podcast. I love Kevin. There's no kiss or make up because I'm mad at him. I text him right now. I was texting him over the weekend when somebody tried to jack on my Patreon again. He was telling me to get in touch with Adam. Delruss, did Guns N' Roses get back together because of Slash's divorce? I thought they hated each other. They get along. I'm sure Slash needs to pay. I'm sure Slash is one of his things like, yeah, I need money. But, Camo Corn, where do you get your ideas from? Not this chat room. I'll tell you that right now. It's just random stuff. I just write them down in a recorder. Why did Godfrey want to beat up Gino before? It was about 6 months ago. Because he heard Gino saying racist stuff. But I think cool thing about Godfrey is he just moves on and he just forgets. So he can be mad and then he just forgets about it, moves on. Bill of Order says Kathy Griffin has lung cancer, but wished Trump died when he had COVID. Opinion? If you say shit like that, there's repercussions. I don't wish cancer on anybody. Well, maybe a couple people. But, who knows? I don't know. Again, somebody I don't pay attention to is Kathy Griffin. Who gives a fuck? Meatloaf 666. Norton did a surprise guest spot with Voss at Soul Joe's last night. That's cool. That's good to hear. I'll be with Voss next week. I'm doing a surprise guest spot. My man Vinny Cash, I hate my job because I can't quit. That sucks. Co-host MLC, and I'll work at your job so I can make some fucking money. How about that, Vinny? Dick Laurent. Aaron Berg refused to shake Ski Mask hand at a recent show. Good. Good. Fuck him. Dumbass went ahead and publicly said he wasn't funny. And Aaron's one of the funniest dudes out there. He's a fucking killer who busts his ass. And this fucking Ski Mask nobody is a Compound Media subscriber. And he's trying to act like he's something, a shock jock. So good. I'm glad that happened. Fuck him. And a lot of people were saying the same shit. You guys gave that dude way too much credit. Oh, Vinny owns the place. I agree with anything Aaron Berg says. Is your tour the dream gig where you're traveling from city to city with a couple of other comics? Is a tour with your dream gig where you're traveling? We did a gig a couple of years ago. It was me, Jim Florentine, Brody Stevens, and Sam Tripoli. We did a Texas tour. It was a lot of fun. I would love to do that with a tour bus. That would be a lot of fun. The one thing Bert does is he has that tour bus tour, and that would be cool. That would be fun. Get some comics that you're friends with and just hang out. That makes it good. Stuart Mitchell, even Gino and Anthony couldn't bail out Chrissy Mayer's show tonight. Why are you watching Chrissy Mayer's show? Nobody watches it. Allie, who used to work for Kumia, told me the numbers. Nobody's watching that show. Nobody. It's pretty bad. She should just focus on her YouTube. She gets way more views. ST says, haven't seen you much doing other people's podcasts to promote yours. Well, that was one of the reasons I want to start doing other people's podcasts because I was doing MLC Monday, Wednesday. Monday I would do Tuesdays or Mondays with Mazer. Tuesday I would do sit down Zumach. Thursday I would do all the editing, uploading, booking, and everything else you need to do for MLS and sit down Zumach. And then Friday I would do the football show, and then I would edit that and all that. It was just podcasting became a full-time job, and I just had to focus. It's going to take a while. It is what it is. California Love Chat. I have no idea what's going on with you and Kev. I'll have to go back and check the most recent episodes that I missed. All I know is I'm following you wherever you go. Thank you. Oh, we're about at an hour, guy. We're at 9:12, guys. I just wanted to pop in, give a live chat. Hope you're doing well. If you get the chance, please sign up to the Patreon. I know a couple people sent me Venmo and Cash App I'll respond on here. But thank you for your continued support. Mondays with Mazer is up right now. We're recording Sit Down Zumach. It'll be up on Wednesday. Thank you again. Hope you guys have a great week, productive week. Get shit done. Hope you're doing well. It's the captain signing off. And I hope to speak with you guys shortly. Good night. Love you.